Anton Daniels is responding to last night's 5150 show, where Corey completely went left and not only took shots at Anton, but also posted a video of Anton's wife and a photo of Anton's daughter. Now listen to this. We're finding out that his daughter is actually a minor, and because Corey chose to put her out there and criticize her appearance, she's now being bullied, forcing Anton to pull her out of school to stop things from getting worse. Because of that, Anton is officially moving toward legal action, and you can hear the shift in his tone, going from combative to genuinely heartbroken over his love for his wife and child. He also refused to clap back on his morning show, choosing not to engage or drag Corey's kids or his parenting into it, even though people were clearly trying to bait him. Honestly, he's playing this exactly how you're supposed to when it comes to legal consequences involving a minor. Now hold up, it's still unclear whether Corey even knew Anton's daughter was underage when he made that move, but legally speaking, that detail doesn't really change much. If you post someone's child who is a minor without consent, depending on the state, you could be looking at serious charges like cyberbullying or even stalking. If Anton decides to take Corey to court, he could realistically go after everything, including the entire 5150 show. That kind of lawsuit could seriously hurt Corey's wallet and his career if Anton handles this the way it's starting to look. And based on how Anton spoke on his show today, I think it's pretty safe to assume that's exactly the direction he's heading. In the span of just 1 week, this situation went from tough talk to very real legal trouble. And now, you've got a young black girl stuck in the middle of an ignorant moment between her father and a comedian known for dark humor. It's a heartbreaking situation, and all I can do is hope and pray she doesn't carry long-term trauma or emotional scars from decisions that weren't hers. Listen to what Anton had to say about all of this right here.
Of course, people were sending it to me yesterday and all of that, right? They were sending me everything that was being said about my daughter and my wife and all of that stuff, right? And so the thing that I try to tell people on a regular basis is this: never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, let your emotions make you make illogical decisions. We are a thinking people now. We are evolving. We are no longer subjecting ourselves to the same rules as the streets, as the culture, as the thing that we criticize the most. So I'm gonna just say this. I'm not gonna make it a long thing. I'm gonna be very, very clear, and we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna address it again. All right. So here's the thing. Since the beginning of time, I've always, my number one thing in life, above all, when I made the decision that I wanted to have a kid, and I said that I was only gonna have one kid because I wanted to make sure that I poured every single resource that I could into the kid, right? And that is the purest thing that we can do, is that we can take care of our children. Our children are the ones that are our future. Now, I'll give you a little bit of insight for those of you that may not be familiar with my daughter. USA team, at different points throughout the year, she's usually ranked about number 2 or number 3 in the country. Junior Olympian, probably has close to over 325 medals, of which 200 and maybe 80 of them are gold. Has traveled across the world representing our country, and is probably the sweetest soul that I personally know. Now, of course, we can be a little bit biased because all of our kids are the sweetest things to us. Those of us that are in our kids' lives and that are participating in our children's lives. But a very, very accomplished minor child, meaning that she's still a child. And one of the things that I tell my daughter every single day is that I want you to stay in a child's place. I never want you to grow up too fast. I never want you to be out here doing things that you're not supposed to do, because you have an expectation on your life. And so the thing that I've always done is try to protect my daughter against the world, from the world. And what this has shown me is that eventually all of our children, and she is still a child because she is an underage child, all of our children eventually will have to see how ugly the world is. All of them. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of what happens, all of our children will have to see, will have to see what the world is. What we as parents are supposed to do is protect them as long as possible, until they have to see what the world is, right? So this is what I'm gonna say. My focus right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show. My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter. Pulling her out of school, early therapy, making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be as far as her having to be removed from some of her competitions because of a lot of different things, including online bullying and psychological damage. There's a lot of fallout from what happens to my daughter's life because she is so accomplished. She has some of the greatest schools in the United States of America that has been seeking her out, scholarships, looking for her to join the team. She is on track to be a United States Olympian. She was supposed to be possibly in the next Olympics. And I don't know how damaging this is to her psyche. I'm heartbroken. I really am. In shambles. 100%. I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles. I am 100% in shambles. It's nothing else for me to say. It's nothing else for me to say. I have to figure out how to pick up the pieces. I have to figure out how to pick. Corey, he won. Corey and Craig, you win. You win, I give up. I have to figure out what collateral damage happened after that. You guys win. I got to figure out how to pick up the pieces. Family is in shambles. Daughter is in shambles. Literally having my wife take her over to get evaluated and figure it out because crying inside of the principal's office trying to figure out what to do. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of the super chats, and then is it possible that we can... Art of War was a person? I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you from Canada. Tia Marie says, if I, as an adult woman, have secondhand anger and hurt, I know your sweet baby is devastated. Praying for her psychological health and healing. Thank you. But you can't put the genie back in the bottle now. So, Wumbo Brock, I appreciate you, Wumbo Brock. Hey, and let me say this. Shout out to the fathers. Shout out to the participatory fathers. Shout out to the fathers that are super involved in their kids' lives, whether you have a male child, a female child. Shout out to the fathers that have played a phenomenal role in ensuring that...
So let me ask y'all this. What do you really think about how this played out? Did Corey finally put himself in a situation he can't talk, joke, or perform his way out of this time? Sound off in the comments below because I know this one's got opinions.